Hello and welcome to another episode of Squirtified Engineering. This time I'm back in my garage working on the Supra. The goal for today is to continue with the servicing, changing timing belt, etc., oil and so on. I will also need to correctly position the door, which I mounted the last time. I have a lot of smaller pieces, trims that needs to be painted, wet sanded, painted, wet sanded, painted, wet sanded, and so on and so on. So I have a little bit of everything to do. The most fun thing to do today is the servicing stuff. The plastic surrounding the rear license plate is it didn't go so well painting that. The plastic had some sort of reaction, so I need to scrape it off and start from scratch. And today I brought my GoPro cameras, so I will do some fill-ins with time-lapse, so enjoy. So I managed to remove the timing belt, the tensioner for the timing belt, and the oil pump pulley. And as you can see here, there is some leakage going on. There. So I guess the seal is leaking somewhere in this area. The exhaust seal, well, the seal for the exhaust camshaft is better. And those two I have new ones for. And then if we look down here, the oil pump seal, the oil pump shaft seal, I believe this one is leaking. It's a bit deformed, so I guess I wasn't so careful careful enough when I installed it. The only problem is that I might not have one of these. And then we have the crankshaft seal, and yeah, I guess this one is leaking. And the reason for that is probably due to how this one looks. I guess that I didn't look too much at this when I assembled the engine. You can see this plate being a bit deformed, so some previous owner might have used something inappropriate to take this off. And also we have this polished surface, because I can't feel it with my fingernail. So I might need to replace this. And while we are here, the spark plugs look very black, and also there seems to be some crust on this one. I have new ones which will be going in. Focus. Crap. And a new Gates Racing timing belt. I have an SKF timing belt tensioner, this one, so I guess this one should suffice. The thermostat, I guess this would work. This should be, yeah, I can't remember at what temperature it will open. And here you also have my specially made pulley screw. So I turn this down to fit inside the ATI super damper. And here is my current selection of seals. So I guess these two are the same, these two are the same, and both of those are the same size. This is a different size, so this might be one for the, if I'm lucky, this one is for the oil pump shaft. Otherwise I have some extras here, same size, and I also have a genuine Toyota one. Those two are the same size at least, and this one could be the one for the crankshaft. So it's let's see, 52, 70, 8.5. So we'll see about that. All the seals are removed. The surfaces are cleaned or semi-cleaned. For the oil pump shaft seal, I had to use a screw, and the same with the crankshaft one. And I will try to improve the surface on the timing pulley and see if it can be okay. All the seals are installed. Crank seal, oil pump shaft seal, and camshaft seals. I will try and see if I can get a hold of a new timing gear pulley, or perhaps even smooth out the damages on the one I have right now. But even so, I can't really install the timing belt now, but I will install all the other stuff surrounding it. While I'm here, I will also replace this bracket for the alternator. I have one which has been sandblasted and painted, so this is a bit of an eyesore, so I might as well go ahead and replace it now. So the alternator bracket is mounted, and I don't really like it. It's too glossy, and also I painted this with a brush, so the yellow or orange is actually the primer. So I think I would redo this with the one I took off and finish it in flat black. This one is semi-new. I've only had it for 7 years, and it's been in an attic for about 5 years. So yeah, at least it will spend some time on an engine now. Parts are being mounted, and as you can see here, I'm using the Fidanza cam gears, and in order to make them fit while you have the rear cover, I had to ground down the screws. The clearance is not that big, and I've lost my flashlight, but perhaps you can see it. Here I am cleaning up the bolts for the water pump. Previously I used a bit too much of this gasket on a tube. So in order to utilize the screws in a better way, I clean them off. I am now installing my new water pump. The old one was bought from Drift Motion, GMB it says on it. The new one is supposed to be an Airtex. Not sure, but I would rather sponsor Drift Motion. I've prepped the gasket with some sealant, and I feel a bit dirty because we have NI, and I guess you can guess the rest of the word, Nissan. Yeah, but I took what a friend could offer me because I didn't have any. I've mounted pretty much everything I can except for the water pump. I will need to bring a torque wrench because I don't have any available here. I need to torque this and this and this and this and the pulley. Yeah, so yeah. The water pump is now mounted, and I threw the pulley on just to show you what it looks like. The color on the gasket sealant is not very nice. It should have been black at least, but oh well. This is my old thermostat. Breather hole down there. The new one looks a bit different. It's a bit offset and the breather point is on top. The old gasket does seem a bit worn. I think I could reuse this one, and I might need to because this is what came with the new one. Not so pretty. And the second gasket it came with is too small. I will reuse the old gasket and some of that red stuff, the Nissan stuff. The thermostat will be going in like this, and the flippity flop, this one, you can still move, and the housing is prepped with the sealant. I'm finished up here for today. All the seals have been replaced. I've found the timing pulley that it was damaged. So since that one is not installed, I've wrapped some paper around the snot. Is that the proper name? Just to keep it from getting dirt inside the engine. And that's also the reason why I put on all the cam covers. The water system is finished. I don't have to replace anything else besides mounting the radiator and blah blah blah. I've also drained the oil, and for some reason I need to use liquid gasket on the drain plug for the oil pan. I'm not sure why, but if any one of you also have this problem, and if you know of a solution, then please let me know. So it's time to end yet another episode of me working on my Supra in Squirtified Engineering. I'm a bit slow at doing the work, so it does take some time for me, but yeah. Anyway, if you are still watching, then thank you very much. I really do appreciate all the subscribers and all the likes and everyone who's watching. Previously I've done several different project threads at different forums, but since Facebook came along, the forums are not what they used to be, and also image hosting is a bit problematic. So this way of giving one update instead of 50 is for me much easier. It's a bit more fun. It's actually quite exciting, and I would really like to have some feedback, but please be kind. I am new to this type of exploit, which you could say this is. It's now 2 o'clock in the morning. I still need to go and eat dinner and then go to bed, and hopefully I will have time to make another episode tomorrow, and because today is Saturday, and so Sunday is a day off, and hopefully I can spend it in my garage. My garage is not really mine. I'm renting a spot, so we are a group of people who are sharing this area, And a friend here actually said that if I wanted, I could make an episode about his car, a Lancia, and I think that could be fun. We'll see. Please let me know if you think that's a good idea. I will bring my the timing pulley, the crankshaft pulley, to work on Monday and see if I have some time to spend on the lathe, and then I can clean up the sealing surface for the seal, and maybe I can fix it. But I will also call Toyota and see what they how much money they want for a new one. That could be the easier way. I've had some oil leaks, which I've had a lot of suspects in this oil leak mystery, but yeah, I think I've found at least one source of the leak. Well, actually 3. The seal on the crankshaft, the seal on the oil shaft, and the intake camshaft seal. So hopefully those are better now. And you see the red parts behind me. Some need wet sanding, some need clear coat, some need polishing, some need to be repainted. The amount of paint that I've used for this car is quite extraordinary. It seems that I like running without running. I get a lot of runs. The red paint has been quite problematic for me. Sorry for the vibration. I had to thin it down about 50% in order to be able to lay it nicely. That's the compressor. The white paint that I used on the inside of the hood for the rising sun is of the same brand, same sort of paint, only a different color. And that one, I think I thinned it maybe 10 or 15%. So it's a lot different. Yeah. So please subscribe if you aren't already a subscriber. Please like, so the thumbs up. And I hope to see you again. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.